So in this video, we want to talk about the importance of the club face and the club face orientation, not only how it swings around our body, but actually where it meets at the golf ball. Now, one thing I've learned through my time of coaching is how influential this club face is. If you can get a hold in this club face and make this club face make sense on how it matches your golf swing, you're off to the races and on your way to playing better golf. So that all obviously begins with grip and how to get your hands on the grip correctly. So I have two things here that I want to show that I think can help all golfers, especially in their off season. So the first is I just have this Ledbetter training stick that has a molded grip on it. And there's many times that I will actually put a molded grip that you can literally slap right on the golf club and walk around the house, walk around the office, or hit balls in the simulator or range in the off season. But prior to doing that, we do want to talk about how we actually get our hands on the club and what makes a proper grip for you. Okay, so for starters, is depending on what type of ball flight, what type of trajectory you're trying to demonstrate or apply into your golf game matters. But I like to start out with the 45-45 grip. So top hand, if I'm pointing my fingers at the camera, that if I just rotate this about 45 degrees, that would be my lead hand, and the opposite with my right hand. Now, when we're talking grip, it's very important to understand that we're not just talking about the hand orientation. We're talking about the forearms, the elbows, the biceps, all the way up to the shoulders. So a grip affects all of this. And if we can get our elbows, our shoulder position, our bicep orientation, all this in the proper position at address, now your golf swing is going to start to make a little bit more sense. Your impact is going to be more repeatable. Your shot pattern is going to be more repeatable. So for starters, what I like to see in the lead hand is to get that nice fat part of my heel pad to be on top of the grip. And you can kind of see that in this video here. And as I rest the club in there, you'll also see in most really good golfers, there's about 1/4 of an inch above the hand. So I'm not gripping it all the way up to where my heel pad's hanging off the top of the club. I do want to give myself a little wiggle room here. So if I can let the club sit under my heel pad and rest it right through my pointer finger, now the club is secured. I'm not going to be strangling. It's not going to be moving around. It's not going to be spinning in the middle of my golf swing. And that's critical when building a swing. Number two is the lead thumb. In my case, as a righty golfer, the left thumb, we want to position that just on the right side of the grip. Now, these Callaway grips are great because it has a little V at the bottom. And this left thumb is going to be stretched out. Nothing too crazy, but you want to have some kind of extension of that left wrist. So if I can get in position one where the grip is underneath the heel pad and my left thumb is down the right side of the grip, now I'm on my way to being able to properly set this golf club up and down. So I've always kind of envisioned that there's a pin going right through the top of my wrist down. And if I'm able to work the club up and down in this manner, utilizing my wrists, now I'm on my way to be able to create more leverage without too much face rotation happening in the golf swing. So now pressure point number two is actually the middle of my right palm and how it marries or how it gels across the right side of the shaft. So think of it this way. I'm not trying to push up on the grip. I'm not trying to push down the grip. I'm actually trying to push along the side of the grip. So I want the force to push across the grip in this manner. So I'm going to position my right hand accordingly. That's going to apply that to happen or allow that to happen. So I want to, pressure point two is right palm pushing into lead left thumb. All right, so here we go. And then from this position, I just want to kind of take my right pointer finger and I create a little bit of a loop. Now, pressure point three are these two fingers, right thumb, right pointer finger, allowing the club to sit right in that position. So if I can have my right palm pushing against my left thumb and my right thumb, right pointer finger in this trigger finger look that we always like to see, that we see in a lot of good players from the beginning of time. Now I have my golf club positioned in a way that makes sense, that's going to match up what we're going to do throughout the golf swing. But this is the starting point. And what I see a lot of times is golfers they may have a good understanding on what the grip should be doing, but they're fiddling around with it down here next to the ball. If you can get your hands on the club with the club right next to you here, just optically it's closer to you, you have the club face squared, get your hands on it. Now I can walk into the shot. And this would be something that I would repeat, whether it's a chip shot, a driver, an 8-iron, even a putt. You want to get the grip, even though the putt will have a little different of an actual grip. I want to get my grip position this close to my body, this close to my eyes, up here where I can see it. And now as I position the club down, now I'm not strangling it. Now I'm not confused on if it's squared or not. That's all done at this point of the swing. And now I can set up and get ready to make a really good strike. So if you can get your hands on correctly, and you can create a system of how you put your hands on the golf club, you really have created a gigantic leap in your golf game that is going to help you trim all those shots. And now if you have a hard time doing this, taking what we just learned in this video and getting yourself a stick for at home or in training, or just slapping on a molded grip that fit the position of the type of grip style that you want, that will help obviously expedite this whole learning process.